Island, Pohnpei. Ben Namakin works as an environmental educator in Pohnpei in the Federated States of Micronesia, a Pacific island nation. During his childhood, Ben experienced storms but never severe sea flooding. Sea levels have continued to rise due to warmer ocean temperatures. As water warms, it takes up more space, and melting glaciers. High tides and storm surges are eroding the coasts, flooding graveyards, and destroying homes. The intrusion of salt water into the land has affected the quality of water in wells, ruined gardens, and damaged plants and trees, killing the pandanus tree, which are used for building houses as well as for medicine, food, and clothing. Many islands are less than 3 meters, or about 10 feet, above sea level, and some islets have already been submerged. Ben used to hang out with friends on a small islet on the Barrier Reef near his school in Pohnpei. In 2005, he was surprised to find that the sea flooding had split the islet in two. In the last 5 years, villagers on the coast of Pohnpei have started to build their houses on raised foundations and construct walls to avoid flooding during high tides and heavy rains. Ben has spoken about what people can do to stop global warming at the International Youth Summit of the 2005 United Nations Climate Change Conference and during a climate change tour across the United States in 2006. Mountain, Switzerland. Marco Bomio lives in Grindelwald, Switzerland, at the foot of the Eiger Mountain in the Alps. Grindelwald is a well-known tourist destination. Marco is a teacher and school principal and has also worked as a mountain guide for almost 30 years. Up until about 20 years ago, the glaciers were directly visible from the school windows and only a half-hour hike away from the village. Now Marco has to walk an hour and a half to reach them. The shrinking of the glaciers and the thawing ground have made the rock face more brittle and unstable, leading to more rockfalls. At the beginning of the record warm summer of 2003, peaks like the Eiger and the Wetterhorn could be climbed a month earlier in the summer than usual. Instead of snowing, now it rains. Mountain resorts have started using more artificial snow, but in the winter of 2006 and 2007, temperatures were too high to produce even artificial snow. Marco is concerned about the predicted drop in water levels due to loss of glaciers. The Alps are Europe's major water reservoir, and Switzerland produces 60% of its electricity from hydropower. As a teacher, Marco feels passionate about educating youth and adults about what is happening. Quote, "Why not establish a research institute for climate research in our valley? The subjects to study would be right at your doorstep."